A very good morning to everyone. I am Shruti Mehta, Assistant Professor, CSE Department. Take immense pleasure in welcoming you all to this workshop, which is organized by IIIC ED Cell and Department of Computer Science and Engineering on the very interesting topic, entrepreneurship opportunities development through incubation and innovation. And for this, we have Professor Yaduvir Singh with us, who will be delivering interesting insights upon entrepreneurship opportunities, how we can develop the same through incubation and innovation. Before I request him to take this session forward, I would like to brief all my audience about Professor Yaduvir Singh. Professor has 17 years of teaching experience to PG and UG students. He has guided numerous UG and PG projects in their project work. He's currently working as AP in NIET Greater Noida since August 2020. Also, Sir has various membership certificates, awards, and achievements to his credit. He completed his Master of Social Work in Counseling from IGNOU by 2022. He has also completed multiple certification courses in recent emerging technologies like AI, data science, cloud computing, RPA, and blockchain. Sir has successfully completed trainings from Cisco CC certification from Amity University, Noida. Also, Sir has acted as an external judge for 25th National Children's Science Congress, a program by DST India at Kendriya Vidyalaya, Greater Noida from 23rd to 25th October. Also, Sir has been awarded with honor for the valuable contribution in the field of education and social service by Rashtriya Shikshak Mahasangh, Uttar Pradesh by General V.K. Singh on 1st October 2016. Sir has attended and conducted numerous national level workshops on AI, blockchain, and entrepreneurship. He has published about 20 national and international papers in the reputed journals. He has received the Best Faculty Award in SIET Ghaziabad in October 2008. So I take this opportunity to welcome you on this platform where our students will be blessed to learn from you and to hear from you on the topic entrepreneurship. So over to you, please.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for such a warm welcome and warm introduction. As such, I am obliged to hear this. Thank you. Thank you once again. And I will thank all the management of the IIMT for allowing me to have this workshop for the student and all the audience that are the part of it. Okay. So the topic is entrepreneurship opportunities development through incubation and innovation. I think my voice is audible.
Yes, sir, perfectly audible, and even slides are visible.
Okay, done. So I will start from the favorite talk, that is the thought to think for today. All of us do not have an equal talent, but all of us should have an equal opportunity to develop those talents. And this is given by John F. Kennedy. Means we are living in the world of IT. Okay, we are living in the world of ICT. Okay, so we cannot say that we cannot take ourselves not associated with IT because we are living in the world of IT. Okay, and if you're talking about this famous quote that we are having a not having an equal talent, but we are having an equal opportunity. And entrepreneurship is the way on the basis of which we can develop this opportunity into your, you can say that your entrepreneurship. Okay, and this is the basic fundamental way on the basis of which we will work for the self and for the society. Okay, and if you're talking about, I will start with the first and foremost definition of entrepreneurship. Uh, uh, the process of designing, launching, and running a new business can be considered to be entrepreneurship. Okay, and what is the need for that? Because and when you are talking about entrepreneurship, the capacity and willingness to develop, organize, and manage the business ventures, along with the risk that is associated with it. You can say that entrepreneurship can be the part of it. Okay. And when we are talking about entrepreneurship, we cannot associate or left the emerging technologies that are provided by AICT in the current scenario. Why I am talking about this part? Because if you are talking about entrepreneurship, these emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, data science, cloud computing, virtual reality, augmented reality, quantum computing, 3D printing, blockchain, robotics, and IoT. Okay, these are the parts or emerging technology recent trends that are provided by the AICT. And all the work that we people are working, we have to stress upon these technologies to provide uh, in a effect to use the entrepreneurship in an effective manner with the help of these technologies. My voice is clearly audible. Okay. Taking into consideration my voice is audible.
Yes, sir, it's audible.
Okay, okay, done. So So, if you are talking about this entrepreneurship, I have talked about the recent emerging technologies. Okay.
Sir, slides are not moving. Sorry to disturb you in between. We are just on the
Yeah,
first,
yeah.
right?
We are in the second slides only. No, don't worry about
It
it.
is
Okay.
not reflecting actually. Okay.
Now it is changing.
No, it is showing the first slide only. Uh,
Okay. So I will stop share and reshare again. Okay.
yes, sir.
If
Yes,
there
sir.
is some technical glitch,
That way it will be better. Actually.
now it is visible. Now it is changing.
No, now, yes, now it is changing. Yes, sir.
So I will take this mode. Okay, take it into consideration because it is creating a problem. Okay. So my the text content is readable, properly readable. My text content are properly readable.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, done, done. So if you're talking about this entrepreneurship definition, I have told you about how entrepreneurship works. Okay, and I have also told you about the emerging technologies, recent emerging technologies that we are talking about with the reference to AICTE. Okay, I have discussed about AI. I have discussed about data science, and all these technology will play a role for the future entrepreneur because this technology will provide you the backbone on the basis of which you will work. Okay, so the my advice to all the entrepreneurs or buddy future entrepreneurs is we have to think like a business problem. Everything according to the business. Okay, if you think like this, then you can say that you are moving a step forward to become an entrepreneur. Okay, and the next thing that I will advise you to have a contextualizing the technology. Okay, and you have to find the problem as per the design process. Okay, and and for using the design process, you have to use the design thinking methodology too. Why I am talking about design thinking methodology? Because this is the emerging trend on the basis of which we have to think and move forward with our entrepreneurship type of thing. Okay, and for doing it, you will use the fundamental of agile methodology too. And agile means you are flexible enough to mold as per the requirement. Okay, and this is followed as per the guidance with the reference to software development lifecycle model, according to which the SDLC work or a software can be developed. But agile methodology will play a bigger role in a current scenario. Getting back to the main point, that is entrepreneur, there are different type of entrepreneurs. There can be a lifestyle entrepreneur, there can be a social entrepreneur, there can be a climate entrepreneur, there can be an innovative entrepreneur, there can be entrepreneur, there can be a startup. Okay, so you all know about the categories of entrepreneur. There is no need to tell more about things because we are having a minimum time frame, that is 40 minutes of this session, so I will cover the maximum thing. Okay, so one more thing that I need to highlight is if you are working with the reference to entrepreneurship skill, and my advice to the student is that the first thing that you need to ask is with the reference to any development or any entrepreneurship skill, the first question that you need to ask is why. Okay, and once it is done, then you need to ask what, and once it is done, then when, then where, and last one is how. Okay, if you use the approach of 4W and 1H, then you can say that you will achieve this basic entrepreneurship skill. Okay, in a direct or indirect manner, you will get the benefit out of it. Okay. This is my advice. Okay, and another advice to all the young buddies or a young entrepreneur or young students and all the colleagues is that we have to learn and relearn. And this concept of a learn and relearn should always be used. Why? Because we are living in the world of cutting edge technologies, and this technology is continuously changing. Okay. And with the reference to this continuously changing technology, we have to upgrade ourselves from day to day basis. Okay. We are having a different versions of you can say that if you're having a laptop, if you're having a mobile, there are different versions of you can say that Android, or if you're having Apple, you can say that different version keep on changing day to day basis. Okay, so this innovation to change. Okay, this innovation to change that unlearn, learn, and relearn again. Okay, this is the framework for innovation. Okay. Why I'm talking about innovation? Because this uh, first the entrepreneurship, then innovation, then incubation. Okay, so this should be go in a bottom up fashion. First the incubation should be done, then the innovation should be applied, and once the innovation is applied, then you can say that you can do the entrepreneurship work. Okay, so for if we are talking about the basic fundamental definition of innovation, means to innovate the application for something new. Okay. This is the first point. And the second point is innovation is a change that creates or add the value and provide a competitive advantage here and now. Okay. So this is the foremost point. If you want to innovate, you have to change. Okay. And ability to change is the basic backbone of innovation. Okay. So therefore, I have told you the basic four W and one H and ability to change. Okay, change is omnipresent. Okay, you cannot say that you can escape from this change. If you are working with this IT technology world, you have to change as per the requirement. What? So this is the next point that I need to take it into consideration. Okay, and the next point that I will tell you is you have to sense the change. Once you sense the change, you have to adopt the change. Okay, and once you adopt the change, you can apply it. Sense, adapt, and apply. SAA. Okay, and SAAC. You can say sense, adapt, and apply the change. Why I'm telling you this thing? Because once you are following these basic fundamentals, then you can say that you are a basic one step forward to the innovation part. Okay, because the innovation can exist only once you are ready to change yourself on a daily basis. Okay, then the next part is when we are dealing with innovation, we deal with the new products, new production methods, new markets, new forms of organization. Okay, so when you are dealing with innovation, you can have a new product. It is the fundamental point. The next thing is new production methods. And the next thing is new markets. And the next thing is new form of organization. Okay. Uh, this is why I'm talking about product, production, new market, and form of organization. These are the four foremost points. You can have other points too, but these are the fundamental points on the basis of which we are able to get all the innovation deals. Okay. Whatever that you talk. Okay. This is the first thing. And then if you're talking about incubation, okay, when you're, pardon, you're having any question? If you're talking about incubation, incubation is a theoretical aspect. If you're talking about the incubation part, whenever we are having a incubation thing, then it is a process that tends to be activated. Okay, whenever we provide the support to the entrepreneurs, okay, entrepreneurs in developing your own business. Okay, and the concept of innovation is basically innovation and entrepreneurship work in coordination with incubation works in coordination with innovation followed with entrepreneurship. Once it is done, then you can say that you will achieve everything. So the important point that is written over there is person who pioneers the change. Okay. So you have to change as per the recent technology and trends that I have told you previously. Means adapt to change. Okay. Once you are adapt to change, Mr. Jansing sir, you can mute your mic. Possible. Thank you. The mic is off.
Just a minute, I'll just call him and say. I think by mistake he has.
By mistake, yeah, it is by mistake. Yeah, thank you. If you talk about the different incubation, yeah. I am in the session. You can stop your audio.
Jain Singh sir, can you please put your mic on mute, please? Jain Singh sir.
फैन बंद करिए.
On mute, please, Jain Singh sir. Yes, thank you.
Yeah. And if you are talking about the incubation, I will tell you the basic incubation full form. First is I. I stand for innovation and entrepreneurship, and N stand for network and collaboration. Okay. So if you are having innovation and entrepreneurship taken into consideration, you will apply the network and collaboration part. Okay. Without this, you cannot forward to this incubation thing. Then C stands for competitiveness. Competitiveness means you have to be competitive always, because the change is the law of the nature. Okay. And then U stand for understanding the nature of a public and private partnership. Okay. And B stand for buying the things. When you are a buddy entrepreneur, you can buy another company too. Okay. And the A stand for access of the resources. Okay. Once you're done with it, then the technology will play a role. That is the backbone. That is always be there. Then O stand for the outreach. Outreach means your stretches to the national level, international level, or to the state level, to the district level. This is outreach. And review, R stand for review. That is monitoring and evaluation. Okay. So this is the full form of incubation. Okay. So incubation is not you can say that it is a fixed part. It can vary as per the requirement of a user. Okay. And the services that he will get or he or she will get. Okay. And government of India is taking every step for making the buddy entrepreneur with a reference to the incubation and innovation. As such, the example is hackathon that the people are organizing a Smart India hackathon, and toycathon that is recently organized in our college. Okay. And in which the numerous students come from the national level. Okay, so these are the basic steps that the government is taking, and the government is taking regular steps. Make sure that all the persons are tech equipped. Okay, and they can hone their technical skill. Okay. So if you talk about the stages part, the first is startup creation, early stages expansion. This is incubation. Okay. Just like if you are a little bit kid, you grow old, then you will become a child, then you become you can say that adult, and then you become a you can say that gentleman, and then you become old. Okay, so this is the same way in which the incubation works. The first thing is pre-incubation, the next is incubation, and the post-incubation. So pre-incubation means you have to analyze or assess yourself. Okay, and for this you need to have training, you need to have business modeling, you need to have a business plan elaboration. Okay. Once it is done, you move forward to the incubation part, where the access to the finance, coaching and mentoring, hosting, training, commercialization, advanced business planning, and then followed with innovation diagnostic, internationalization support, technology, commercialization, clustering, and business development. Okay. So this is the important thing with the reference to the entrepreneurship part. Okay. So then the stages I have told you recently, incubation is pre-incubation, incubation, and then expansion part. And this diagram says everything. If you are having an innovation, then innovation followed with incubation, you can apply it onto the entrepreneurship. Okay, so they are interrelated to each other. Without, you can say that innovation or incubation, you cannot imagine the concept of entrepreneurship. Okay. So this entrepreneurship will be followed only when we will first incubate and then we innovate and then we will follow our next step is to apply it in a real sense as per the real problems and then we follow to the next stage, okay, of entrepreneurship. Okay, so my advice to the buddy entrepreneurs means that the young students who are attending this workshop, uh, the topic of this workshop is entrepreneurship and applying this entrepreneurship as an opportunity. Okay, and this opportunity with the refer by incubation and innovation. Okay, so we are having IAC cell. You are also having IAC cell. The role of IAC cell is to groom the talent that is there in our college. Okay, once we are able to groom our talent because the student are the power of the nation. Okay, why I'm talking about the student of power of the nation because they are the real talent. Okay. If we keep on grooming them, then you can say that we are improving our strength. Okay. Because they are a future maker of India. Okay. So if we want to do it, we have to develop our engineers. Okay. And if you're talking about agent, agent means entrepreneur is an agent. Okay, that allow you to innovate, incubate, and apply it into the market to get or set up a trigger to happen. Okay. So these IAC cells are just like a trigger agent. Okay, this will allow you to trigger, and once you are trigger, you are able to do anything. Okay, you need a just push. Okay, so you can say that I think your management so that the people are organizing these kind of a session and they can be on a or daily continuous basis so that you can get a real idea what is going on. I have attended a recent webinar or a workshop with a reference to one reputed company, and the people are saying that the basic methodology of writing a program is not suffix everything. Okay, the real problem is that you have to deal with business scenario. Okay, means the real problem that we are facing. The basic reason that why the India is still a developing country because we are living in the world of uh, we are moving to the 22nd century. Okay, but we are still new to current emerging technology. Okay, this is not a disadvantage. This is an advantage because once you are equipped with all these recent technology, recent emerging technologies, then you can say that you have a scope to learn. Okay, I am saying that intelligent person is not good for the society. The person who is uncertain is good for the society because if the uncertainty is there, there is a scope of learning. Okay, when there is a scope of learning, you can achieve anything and everything. Okay, so once you are thinking that you are intelligent enough, you are doing everything, then you can say that you are limiting yourself. Okay, but if you are uncertain, then your horizon is big. Okay, this is the call of the nature. Okay, and when you are doing this kind of a things, entrepreneurship, this entrepreneurship should be uncertain. Why these business of big people are Dhirubhai Ambani, Mukesh Ambani, or you are talking about Bill Gates, you are talking about Elon Musk. Okay, these buddy entrepreneurs is nothing else but they make a strong will so that they can develop into the new entrepreneur. Okay, so if you're talking about a demand pull innovation, it can pull from the market with reference to the current market scenario. This is a demand pull innovation. You can find everything onto the web. I'm just guiding you onto the framework on the basis of which you can sell yourself. Okay. So this is not a theoretical PPT. Okay. This is the basic fundamental PPT on the basis of which you can step forward towards entrepreneur path. Okay. So this is demand pull innovation that originates from the intention to satisfy the needs and expressed by the market. This is the first point. The second is it generates the incremental innovation. Okay, and it always fit into the existing market and their involvements. Okay, and the next part is technology push innovation. I'm talking about the recent emerging technologies. Okay, and these are 9 technologies that are I have told you previously too. So, in a current scenario, if the student has to do something, he has to equip with, you consider in a previous scenario, there is a saying that jack of all trade, master of none. But it has been reversed in the current scenario. You have to be jack of all trades. Jack of all trades means you have to have the basic fundamental knowledge of AI. You have to have a basic fundamental knowledge of manufacturing process. You have to have basic fundamental knowledge of data science. You have to have basic knowledge of a 3D printing. You have to have basic knowledge of robotic process automation. You have to have basic knowledge of a blockchain. You have to have basic knowledge of IoT. Why? Because if you're not knowing about these recent technology, you are lagging behind. It is correct that you should master one thing, but you should aware about the other things too. Once you are saying that you are aware about these things, then you can say that you are doing something for the society and for yourself too. Okay. So when you are talking about a push innovation, your R&D activities from the competitive advantages with reference to new technologies, it generates a more radical innovation. It generates a new market. Okay. And the next part is innovation-based incubators. Okay. In all the colleges, there are innovation-based incubators. Okay. This is with reference to the indigenous regional development, existence of highly qualified expertise, existence of a market demand, necessity to fill the gap with reference to service supply chain, and existence of wide territorial partnership. Okay. So this is not the first point. This is not the only point. This is the basic fundamental point on the basis of which you can innovate and incubate. And once you are incubate and innovate, you can be a good entrepreneur. Okay. And the government is having all sets of steps with the reference to this basic entrepreneurship skill. Okay, they are always talking about the woman internship part too. Okay, because we are in the world of IT. Okay, so we cannot imagine ourselves as a single world. We can always imagine ourselves as a combinations of all, that is males and females in combination. Therefore, we can uh, say that women entrepreneurship will always play a bigger role. Okay, and then once you are done with it, there are different partnership for innovation. Our government of India is taking every steps to do it. Our commerce industry, our regional and local development agencies, our science and technology parks, our municipalities, urban communities, national government agencies, SMEs, small medium enterprise and innovation support, non-government organization, and industrial and SME associates. Okay. So you can say that this is not all, this is something input. Okay. So our government of India is making every effort so that every person can be an entrepreneur at a particular instant of a time. Okay. So this is a call for the future. When you're talking about this call for the future is entrepreneurship. And entrepreneurship opportunities can be evolved only when we are having a IAC cell, just like we are having and you people are having. Okay. These IAC cell will innovate an idea. Okay. Every student will have an idea. Okay. Uh, and this idea can convert into reality with the help of these incubator. And then when innovation will apply on it, then it becomes entrepreneurship path. Okay. So it is the foremost and of an institution part that it will take care of it. Okay. And this is one more diagram that says everything. Okay. what we need to do with reference to new entrepreneur, SME, public sector, local and state administration, role of SME, economic, social context and origin, and we have to do with reference to beneficiary, that is end user actions and services. Okay, so this is the next thing that I need to tell you. This is a part that is known to you. Okay, uh, and then I'm talking about this is known to you that you can. I am saying that this can be applied in a real sense for you people and for we people too. Okay, for all of the students, for all the faculty members. Okay, and all of the buddy entrepreneur who is the part of this workshop. Okay, so once we are done with it, these are the government set of steps that I have taken this all sorts of slides from Startup India website. Okay, as a reference, our government of India is taking every set of steps. The first step is hand holding. Hand holding means hand holding from a start. They are taking every steps to a buddy entrepreneur to start from a scratch and move to an entrepreneur, big enterprise. Okay, so they provide a legal support, they provide an intellectual property right of kind of a thing, and they provide an exit process too. Once you are done with it, they are doing this kind of things. And for doing this, you need a funds. Okay, so our government of India is having every set of steps taken into consideration to providing of a fund. Okay, uh, means you will not. You can say that I can say that you are not in a way in which you are short of a funds. Okay, it cannot be possible because the government is there to help you out, and it is always be there because our government is having initial policies in such a way that it can provide you entrepreneurship opportunities to all the incubator and innovator. Okay. And the next part is credit guarantee means if your credit score is good, you can get a loan too. Okay, and every government or our government is taking every set of steps to do these kind of things. Okay, and then incubation will always be there. Okay, so incubation means if you're talking about incubation, which I have told you recently, it can be with the reference to industry center, it can be with the reference to academia center. Okay, why I'm talking about both things, because industry and academia will work in combination with each other. Why? Because industry and academia, when they are associated with each other, then innovation will involve from incubation. Okay, why? Because buddy minds or young engineers are creative. Okay, and academician should have be responsible for grooming their creativity. Okay, they are having a you can say that a thought in their mind. Our academician should be responsible for convert this thought into action, and these industry and academia tie-up will bridge a gap between the innovation and incubation. Okay, and then there will be a real entrepreneurship that will evolve. Okay, so you can say this once we are working correctly with the reference to incubate, then followed with innovate, and then once we are done with it, you can have an entrepreneurship set of skills. Okay, that will be groomed in an effective manner. Okay, so this is the next point that I need to tell you. Okay, and the last point is entrepreneurship design thinking that I will take. Why I'm talking about design thinking? Uh, I have I will told you about first thing is computational thinking. Okay, computational thinking and computational thinking will work in combination with pattern recognition, and it works with the data abstraction part, and it works with you can say the algorithm part. So these are the four terms. Four terms. One is computational thinking, and then why I'm talking about computational thinking, I will get to back to the point. Then the second point is pattern recognition. The third point is you can say that your data abstraction, and the fourth point is your algorithm. Okay, so this is the backbone of entrepreneurship. You can say why I'm talking about where the idea evolved. If you need to evolve an idea, these are the four things. You have to think about the problem. This is the fundamental point. Once it is done, then you have to recognize the patterns, what you're doing. Once it is done, then you have to find out data within, you can say data abstraction part. Means data hiding a data. Okay. Data abstraction is nothing else but hiding the data entity. Okay. That is relevant to you is visible to you, and that is not relevant to you is not visible to you. Okay. Means if you're having a mobile headset, you will be able to listen and talk to him either in the form of audio mode or in the form of video mode, but you're not worrying about how the architecture is done. This is data abstraction real example. Okay. And then algorithm. So if you're talking about algorithm part, these are the algorithm which is the set of steps that we need to take. Okay. On the basis of which we are able to develop the thing. Okay. Means writing the code. Writing the code means writing the code in a particular high level language or the programming language construct that you are taking into consideration for development of certain things. Okay. Because everything is computerized right now. Everything is automized. Okay. Either you are the people of mechanical engineer, either you are the people of civil, either you are the people of electronics. You have taken into consideration of programming as a backbone. Okay. And my advice to the engineers or future engineers are that you should develop uh, think or thinking like this. You have to respond rather than response. Okay. Uh, Respond and response does have a difference, or react, you can say. So you should respond rather than react to everything what you are thinking in a current scenario. Okay. And the second thing that every student taken into consideration is listening skill. In current scenario, most of the students are not having these kind of skills. They need to develop it. If they are not having it, if it is having it, there is no worry about it. Okay. And my third advice to the young engineers is that you should be a soft, have the soft skills, good soft skills, and this is the need of an hour. Okay. Every industry will require the soft skills. Why I'm talking about the soft skills? You think that English is a you are saying that English is the only basic fundamental. No, I am not saying like this. But most of the company scenarios, this is the need of an hour. If you have to acquaint yourself as a buddy entrepreneur or a good entrepreneur, or with reference to incubation and innovation skill, you have to present your idea. Okay. And the basic way to present your idea is with the help of a language. Okay. We are talking about a natural language processing part. We are talking about a neuro-linguistic programming. We are talking about all sort of things. But the necessary work that we need to work upon, or you need to work upon, is your soft skills part. Once it is really developed, then you can say that you can achieve everything for anything. Why I am talking about uh, your technical knowledge will play a 40% role, but your the soft skills part will play a 60% role. I am not denying the technical knowledge part, but I am saying that once you are having these kind of things are taken into consideration, then you can say that you are evolving yourself as a future buddy engineer. Okay. And this is the thing that I need to tell you. Okay. And the last point is sorry, we are talking about this design thinking, moving forward from computational thinking to design thinking. This is also the recent technology that are taken into. This is not a technology. This is the thought process. Okay. So, IDEO CEO Tim Brown defines design thinking as a human-centered and collaborative approach to problem solving using design mindset to solve complex problems. Okay. So, the basic thing is that we have to think different. Think out of box. And how this out of box can be done? This can only be done with the help of incubation and innovation. Okay, and this innovation and incubation will work in tandem with each other, so that you can become a buddy entrepreneur. Okay, at a particular instance, that I can take the example of Thomas Alva Edison, who is taking a single bulb to be. My voice is audible. Hello.
Yes, sir, it's audible.
Okay. Done. So I'm saying that if you're talking about Thomas Alva Edison, he's continuously working till he got the success. Okay. So buddy entrepreneurship is nothing else but try again until you get the success. Okay. You can take the example of the recent websites that had been launched into the market and that are regularly working onto the market or coming into the market. Okay, all these e-commerce platform are regularly changing. Okay, they are using the fundamental of robotic process automation. Different college websites also use the fundamental of RPAs. Okay, so you can say that we have to upgrade ourselves. Okay, so what we need to do is change. Okay, and change is the only thing that is not fixed. Okay, change is liable to change. Okay, so if we are able to do it, then we can say that we are a buddy entrepreneur and we will uh, work like Elon Musk. Okay, we will work like Bill Gates. We will work like you can say Mukesh Ambani. Okay, we will work like any business entrepreneur that you are taking into consideration. And the other thing is that they don't require a hard work. Hard work is required, but you need a you need to require a smart setup of work. Okay. When this hard work convert into the smart setup of work, then you can say that you can evolve as a good entrepreneur. These are the foremost and basic qualities of a good entrepreneur. Okay, and I will end the quote or my presentation with a favorite quote, that is, student power is the nation's power. Okay, and this is the thought to apply, because we are with a student. Okay, and we are dealing with a student. Okay, and these are the future engineers. Okay, and we have to groom those engineers. Then academic people or faculty members of our fraternity are taken into consideration, all sort of things to make them innovate and develop to be an entrepreneur. Okay, we are edupreneur at present, you can say. Okay, they can be a climatepreneur. Okay, means they can allow themselves to uh, you can say that to devote themselves to the particular climate change. Okay, so that our climate will evolve as a good thing for the future generation. Okay, so छात्र शक्ति ही राष्ट्र शक्ति है। तो इस ध्येय के साथ अगर हम काम करेंगे तो हम ये बोल सकते हैं कि वी कैन बिकम अ सोने की चिड़िया अगेन। ओके, so this is a thought to apply to all the students, okay, and all the buddy entrepreneur too, because it is the young mind that create a future. Okay, and for this future, what we need to do, we need to save our soil. Okay, so my advice and my sincere request to all the persons who are attending this workshop is that either they are faculty member or they are a student, be the part of nature, love yourself, and save soil. Save soil means if you're saving your soil, then you can say that you are saving everything for the future and for the youth. Okay, because if you are able to do these things, then I can say that we are doing something for it, because we are living in the society world that says Vasudev Kutumbakam, means whole world is our family. Okay, so when you are taking this point into consideration, then you, as an entrepreneur, will always, my advice to all the entrepreneur is that you should pay respect to everything, pay respect to the plans that you have, pay respect to the all the parents, pay respect to all the teachers, and if you are doing this thing, you will be a good and best entrepreneur. Okay, according to my consultation. This is all from my side. If I have covered certain points, if I am unable to cover certain points, then you can tell me. I will cover it in the next presentation if allowing me. Then till now, it is done from my side. If you are having any sort of a questions, then you can ask me. But my advice to all the persons is save soil for your future generation. Thanks. Thank you all. Namaskar.
Thank you so much, sir. It was indeed an insightful workshop, starting from how we can incubate ideas and way of becoming an entrepreneur and how one should stay connected to the nature. I mean, you have summed it all so beautifully. Thank you so much for gracing this, for taking out time from your busiest routine and giving us a consent for this workshop. Now, I would request Professor Jain Singh, sir, to kindly extend a warm vote of thanks to Yaduveer, sir. Sir,
Thank you, ma'am. The very nice session. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you, Professor Yaduveer, sir. The very nice deliver. And the contents are very good for the future for the students. They are how to become entrepreneurs, how to start the business, how to start the company, how to start the organization. The contents are very useful for the students as well as ours also. The today session is very good for the enthusiastic sessions for the development of any kind of organization, how to develop the organization. Thank you, Devi sir. Thank you all organizing team such as Gaurav sir and Srinu sir and other also. The very good organizing things today. The very effective session the kind in the respect of all kind of things parameters. So thank you so much. Thank you very much, all teams, and thank you. Thanks again, Yaduvir sir. Very good session from your side. Very thankful to you.
Okay, okay. I want to thank the directors, the management of the college, the HOD, head of department, faculty coordinators, and the students and Jen Singh sir for inviting me for have a talk. I also want to thank Shruti madam for the nice introduction, and thanks all and save soil. Thank you.
And we look forward for more sessions from your side, sir.
There's no worry about it. I can take more session with the reference to the technical aspect, with the reference to the non-technical aspect. You can.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.